that look, and the Grey Barouve as well. gm.tv. Good luck with that.
Now, we're going to talk about baby blues, which has got a bit of a stigma attached to it, and many women don't admit to having it. But new research published today reveals that in many cases it is preventable and it can also be very easily treated. Well, Tiffany Royce has all the details for us.
When Siobhan Freegard gave birth to her first child, Sean, 12 years ago, she was over the moon. But within 2 months, she felt anxious and out of control.
I really wasn't sleeping. I was, probably hyperactive. I was anxious. I started suffering from panic attacks.
Siobhan was suffering from postnatal depression, but like so many new mums, no one, including Siobhan herself, had realised what the problem was, so she received no help. New research in the British Medical Journal has found that mums given help from health visitors trained to spot the symptoms of postnatal depression are much less likely to develop the condition. And mums given telephone support from another woman who's already experienced postnatal depression are half as likely to suffer from the condition. As a result of her postnatal depression, Siobhan set up an online site to help new mums, but she's adamant being given more support at the time would have put an end to her suffering much sooner.
Well, let's chat now to Siobhan Freegard. Of course, we saw her in Tiffany's report, and also Dr. Sarah Jarvis joins us on the sofa. Ladies, very good morning to you. Let's get your reaction first, Siobhan. Does it sound like a good idea, this study?
It's something I've known for quite a long time, that if you've got somebody to share this issue with, somebody who understands, not necessarily somebody, just a friend or your mum who kind of goes, well, can't you just pull yourself together, which is actually the worst thing you can say to somebody who's feeling like that. But if you can share it with somebody who understands, it's just a massive emotional unburdening and a massive support. So it's something I've known for a long time. It's wonderful to see it coming through in this research.
These recommendations would have helped you because you say yourself, you suffer from postnatal depression.
Yes.
Your baby boy.
Yes, and it said in the beginning of the VT that mums don't like to admit to it. And even talking about it myself, even after these years and all the work I do now around postnatal depression, it was still quite difficult to talk about. So it's a very hard thing for mums to admit to, because they feel that if they admit to, what they're actually admitting to is not being a very good mother, being a failure. And who wants to be a failure as a mother, which is supposed to be the most prime thing that we do as women.
It's one of the most important moments of your life. And Sarah, of course, it is very serious, isn't it? It's far more serious than baby blues, which all mums probably get to a certain extent.
Absolutely. Baby blues are so common, they're almost normal. Suddenly, 3 days, 5 days in, you suddenly feel like just weeping at everything and you just don't understand it. Your emotions are on a complete roller coaster. That's almost normal. But we can kind of laugh about that. It's almost a bit of a joke. It doesn't feel like it at the time, but it passes very quickly. Postnatal depression, people often mistake the two, but it's very different.
So this report says health visitors should be trained properly for cognitive science, so you're kind of looking at body language and the likes, and also a network so mums who've already had it can talk to new mums who may be suffering from it. I mean, that sounds quite common sense. You would think maybe health visitors should already be trained to pick up these signs.
You're absolutely right, and we are to an extent. Health visitors and GPs, I think, are trained to an extent. One of the biggest problems we've got is time, because in this study the health visitors were spending an hour a week with every mum. Now, tragically, that is a luxury that I just don't have on a regular basis with my patients. I was particularly interested to discover it doesn't matter who's doing it. Actually, other mums, as long as they suffered from postnatal depression themselves, or as long as they understood exactly what was going on, were every bit as good at preventing it. And I think the really important issue, as Siobhan says, is to be aware of it, because the tragedy is I have so many patients who are running around admitting it to me but not telling anybody else. And I just want to say to them, do you have no idea? In your play group or in your mother and baby group, there are 5 other mothers who are hiding it just like you are.
So Siobhan, what is your kind of one piece of advice then for mums who may be watching this morning who think, actually, you know what, I think I'm struggling with this and I might be postnatally depressed?
Well, there just simply aren't enough health visitors to do what we've just been talking about.
That's a big issue, isn't it?
Which is a massive issue, something we campaign for all the time. But still, go and see your health visitor, because she will be able to at least set you on the right road, even if she can't do it herself.
And of course, your website's a massive help as well, isn't it?
It is, so come to Netmums and we'll also be there to help you.
Okay, well ladies, thank you very much for joining us this morning. And we also want to know as well, find out where to get help if you or someone you know might be suffering from postnatal depression. All you have to do is log on to our website and you'll get all the information you need to know at gm.tv.